With the recent success of the spring 2020 anime, Tower of God, there has been a growing discussion within the anime community regarding the possibility of more webtoons, otherwise known as manhwa, being adapted into anime format. But what is all the rage about? What is new about manhwa, and why is there so much excitement over them being adapted into anime? Today I will try to answer these questions by talking about the main differences between manhwa and manga, and clarify the potential of manhwa for the anime industry. So, what is the main difference between manhwa and manga? The main difference is that manga comes from Japan, and manhwa comes from South Korea. This means that most production of manhwa comes from artists in South Korea, while manga comes from Japanese artists. This means two things. First, the original source language for manhwa is all in Korean as opposed to Japanese. Also, most manhwas takes place in Korea, not Japan. And although Japan and Korea are fairly close on the map and do have some cultural similarities, they are definitely far from the same thing. This means you aren't going to see the same tropes. In Korean manhwa, especially in the romance genre, you're going to be seeing a lot of oppa, oppa everywhere. Characters will always be eating tteokbokki and ramen. PC cafes are common. School settings are also different. In most Korean schools, there's no annual huge cultural festival, so you can get rid of your expectations for a festival type arc in your favorite slice of life manhwa. And finally, I believe that there are definitely fewer lolis in manhwas. Whether that's a pro or a con, that's up to you. I'm not judging. Linguistically, both the kanji of manga and hancha of manhwa mean comics. And although the art style may be similar between the two, there is a clear difference in style and formatting. One of the main pros that have made many people, especially people with no prior exposure to manga, to take a liking to manhwa is the fact that it is in full color. Full color completely changes the experience of the reader. Every single page is vibrant and full of life. Important elements of the story, such as the tone or atmosphere, can be better conveyed using color. Honestly, full color makes reading manhwas a truly engaging experience, as you can feel the emotions and imagine the scenes so much better. This is not to say at all that manga cannot convey intense emotions or show beautiful scenes without color. It's just that full color is such a great plus when reading a story. The reason why manhwas are able to have full color is that they are fully digitalized. Manhwas are made to be read online, unlike mangas that need to be printed and distributed physically. Color pages are expensive as hell, which is the main reason why most manga cannot be produced in color. It just costs too much money compared to black and white. The other main difference is the vertical scrolling. Manhwas are designed to be read on a phone or computer, so instead of the horizontal left to right format that manga uses, manhwas are designed in a vertical format that is more well suited digitally. This is once again due to different needs. Manga needs to be printed into physical copies. That's where a lot of the revenue comes from, while manhwas are completely digitalized. For me personally, because I tend to read manga on my phone, small text can sometimes be really hard to see, and the formatting of the panels can sometimes be confusing. But with manhwas, it's really easy on the eyes, and a lot more convenient for reading on your phone or tablet. There's a lot less text on what you would consider an individual page. Manhwas are also not restricted by size. They can shrink and expand panels whenever needed, and this can result in some really sick full color panels. Also, another benefit of the vertical format, especially on your phone, is that you don't have to click on any buttons to get to the next chapter. You can infinitely scroll and read all of the available chapters without stopping for a second if you wanted to. So if you're a lazy piece of shit like I am, this is a humongous plus. If you have physical copies of manga, or are reading on a large monitor, the formatting of manga may not bother you at all. Ultimately, it's just a style difference, but personally, I just really like how the formatting of manhwas has so much freedom and is convenient for online viewing. In terms of the quality of the story, I'm going to say that numerically, there is just much less actual manhwa published than manga, just because of the fact that manga has been around for so much longer. Its industry is no doubtedly bigger than manhwa currently. However, this does not mean at all that there is a lack of manhwa stories. If you just look on the Naver website, the biggest manhwa hosting site, you can see hundreds upon hundreds of manhwas with high ratings. But of course, many of these are just not translated yet. Manhwas also have many fantastic stories to offer, and just recently some of them have started to get animated. Everyone knows the big three in manga: Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. However, manhwa also has a big three: Tower of God, God of High School, and Noblesse. At this point in time, Tower of God has aired, God of High School is airing, and Noblesse is planned for production. Now that the big three have all basically gotten anime, this just opens up the gates for the possibilities of other manhwa getting anime productions. Over the years, there have been many fantastic manhwas that if made into an anime would be incredibly hype, but there was just no precedent for manhwas being made into anime. Now, along with the anime for the big three, there's great manhwas for nearly every genre now, and the growing worldwide fanbase for these manhwas and manhwa in general has made a convincing case for manhwas to start getting more anime adaptations. But in recent times, there has been a huge number of people advocating for a single manhwa to get an anime. We've all seen it across the internet, across every online forum or comment section each time the topic of manhwa even comes up. I know the two words you're thinking. Windbreak. Just kidding. Although Windbreaker the anime would be incredibly exciting, what everyone wants currently is an anime for solo leveling. But there's a reason why that might never happen, and I'll touch on that in my next video. In the end, whether manhwas are better or manga are better doesn't matter at all. For us viewers, new content can only be a positive, and the fact that in recent years we've gotten an influx of amazing stories is great and spells good things. I think that a new format like manhwas is fantastic, with its new formatting specialized for digitalization and new plots that have unique settings and cultures different from the ones we've seen in Japan. I think in the end that the popularization of manhwa will induce more creativity and higher quality stories from both manhwa and manga industries. So if there's one thing that's clear from all of this, we will definitely never run out of stuff to read. Hey guys, although this was my first video, I did work pretty hard on it and I plan on uploading a lot more content like this in the future. So if you have any feedback or any video ideas that you want to see, just leave it down in the comment section below and I'll be sure to get back to you. And my next video topic will be on why solo leveling might never get an anime. So if you're interested in that, just drop a sub. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching.